Let me pose a question to you. Do you think the world's best talent is within 10 miles of where you're sitting? What about 20 miles of where your business operates? Or do you think you have a better shot of expanding to the entire world? Is there more talent for less money worldwide than there is within 10 miles of where you sit right now? That's the question that we have to answer. And by the end of this, I'm going to share with you the 2 companies that I personally use to help me out. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by all the tasks that you have at your business? Have you said, man, I really need to bring somebody on, but I definitely cannot afford it under the current budget of my system? Well, what if I told you that the help you need could just be a click away? And this is the actual reality for me, myself. Just a year ago, I was overwhelmed. And I now have brought on a team of VAs. What is a VA? Virtual assistant. If you've ever read the award-winning book, 4-Hour Workweek, they go in and they say this magic formula. Oh, you don't have to do anything. Just hire VAs, a virtual assistant. From where? And I'm going to share with you in this video and my next video on 2 companies that I personally have used it. And the reason why I am talking about those instead of other ones is because I have experience with them. I can't speak to the experience of the other ones. So I'm going to get to it right now. In this video, I'm going to talk about why I chose to go with onlinejobs.ph. They are predominantly based in the Philippines. And if you read 4-Hour Workweek, oh my gosh, I'm so jazzed up. I can retire. I am just killing it. I'm such a cool guy. Talk about offsetting a whole bunch of your responsibilities to administrative assistants or executive assistants or leasing agents or whatever it is specific to your business. But the rule of thumb is if it can be done behind a computer, it can be done from anywhere in the world. And in a post-COVID world, it's actually insane because now you've got TaskRabbit, you have Uber Eats, you have Walmart Plus shopping, right? You've got Amazon. There's very little things that you need a VA for. Now, do I still wish I had an in-person person to say, yo, hey, I need you to go figure this out at the DMV, hand it to my assistant and they go do the thing? Yes, I do wish that. Those instances are few and far between. I'm going to say that 95% of everything that my company does, and I'm a real estate company running all over the town all the time, can be done behind a computer screen. And you can find the world's best talent for far cheaper somewhere else. Now the VAs, right, in the 4-Hour Workweek, there's these magical things you hire, but they're not. They're people. And you still need to have good employee management skills, good leadership skills to lead them. You can go 2 ways. You can hire a company or a team. That's what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about today. Or you can hire an individual employee, and I'm going to talk to you about that in a future video. Why did I choose onlinejobs.ph, or why did I choose the Philippines in general? By the way, there's links to the description. You get a discount and I get a discount as well for using them in the future if you use it. Simply put, in the Philippines, predominant language spoke there is English. And a lot of Filipinos have been doing this job for many, many years. They often work the graveyard shifts. When you pick up the phone, 24-hour customer service, there's a very good chance that for the last year since the 90s, in the middle of the night, you might be talking to someone, right? The stereotype is you might be talking from someone in India, but really it's all over the South Pacific area. And what makes the Philippines particularly appealing is their grasp of the English language and Western ideals and cultures. And so they have predominantly Western ideals and cultures, which is extremely good if your company operates in the UK, United States, Canada, something like that. You just have less of a cultural barrier. It's just incredible. Some of the best people in the world. I have a buddy. He has hired a head of sales. That guy has 2, not 1, 2 PhDs, one in psychology, one in marketing. I think he was located in, that guy was out of Egypt, but he was so thankful for the opportunity, right? For my VAs, some people are, you're paying $5 an hour, $7 an hour. Well, in those countries, $7 might be a day's wages. So the fact that you can provide a day's wages for a family in need in a foreign country is a massive boost. It also prevents, it also keeps a lot of safety issues, provides better quality work because they can work at home. Maybe they have aging grandparents. You never know the situations that other people are in. And if you can get the best talent in the world and it helps them out and it keeps your costs low, why not do it? A year ago, I was just like you. I was drowning with everything. I knew I had important tasks that needed to be done, but I could not find the time to do it, right? For me, real estate background, they just raised interest rates. My company was on fire and I had to dedicate my time to doing it. But I didn't want to leave the important parts like getting this content out and training and teaching people. So what I did, I knew I needed the help, and I knew that hiring locally, even with the lean hiring process, stay tuned for a book coming out, right? Last hiring book you'll ever read. Even with the lean hiring process, it's going to be time consuming and it's going to be expensive. And so I stumbled across, I asked a few of my friends, where are they finding good virtual assistants? And a lot of my really sophisticated friends were saying, I really prefer to use onlinejobs.ph. This is before I had any experience with them. And I said, okay, well, if these three people who are far more experienced than me, if they are saying that they prefer to use this website, I'm going to give them a shot. But the lean hiring framework reduces the stress on me, but it allows me to find and pre-weed out any applicants. So I'm not spending the time to weed them out. They're weeding themselves out. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see if they pass these tests. So I throw on the job description and immediately I had a VA reach out. I was looking for a video editor who could also post all my social medias. And I was looking for a team. I didn't want just an individual, right? Because they could get sick, they could, something could happen. They might need to take a break versus a team of people, people can come and go and, most of my things will be hired. So I was looking for a company to do my editing and I was able to find that, but I was terrified, right? Who are these people? Am I going to get scammed, right? This seems sketchy, but I still trusted, mainly my friends who more successful than me. And I took a leap of faith and I said, you know what? I'm going to give it 3 months and I'll just see what happens. I'm going to allocate whatever, $6,000. That's, $6,000 will pay for a month and a half of someone in the United States. $6,000 is going to pay for 4 or 5 months of me hiring this team of people, right? So let's just give it a shot and see what happens. And I threw the price online and I threw my description and I had all of my open gates. If they passed those, they would get to me. And boom, what do you know? All of a sudden, I had people reaching out to me and I had the world's best talent. People that had years and decades of experience with this stuff. People that had awesome portfolios of other influencers they were working with. And I was like, wow, this is great. Still a little nervous. I went ahead and said, boom, I'm hiring my VA team. And in fact, this video and all the videos on both of my YouTube channels that you've seen and all my socials have been handled by this team ever since. Very, very shortly after hiring them, it took about 2 or 3 weeks of working the kinks out. I had to figure out how to pay them, that kind of stuff. And I had to get some software, but they guided me through it, right? My new team, and the team is Nino. And here he is on the screen. Here's his company. If you want to use him. Go ahead. They're fantastic. A big thing was I then only got to worry about what I was passionate and interested in. I was passionate in executing and working on my business, and I was passionate at just capturing the video, right? All the editing, I was, it felt light. Right? Bannon Turner will say, does it feel light or does it feel heavy? Well, teaching someone, training someone, shooting the content, that feels light to me. Editing, doing the B-roll, doing the overlay, figuring out the time when to post, that felt heavy to me. And so I didn't want to do those things, and I couldn't afford a full-time person based in the United States. And instead I got a full team of people that are doing that on my behalf in the Philippines, and I could not be happier. All right, guys, the very first thing you're gonna do is you are going to go to onlinejobs.ph. Make sure there's an S at jobs. I've made that mistake before. Onlinejob.ph pulls nothing up. And then you're going to go to post a job, right? You're going to log in or sign up. So I already have a login. So I'm going to log in. You are going to have, you have to sign up if it's your first time. I have an affiliate link below, and I think you get a first month free or you get a significant discount. They're always changing it, so I'm not going to say what specific one, but check down below for the links here. And once you are logged in here, you're just going to go to post a job. Once you click on post a job, you're then going to start entering all the data out. And that is pretty much that specific, right? And then you can select notification schedules, right? So if you're really busy, you can set it daily. You can say, send the applications immediately. I just left it on the default daily. So when I woke up in the morning, I would just log in and check. And then you submit for review. Of course, they're going to try to upsell you to a different thing here. If you're like a big HR job or a big HR firm and you need boom, 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 that's great. I just do the submit for review. It takes one business day, and it posts online. And I can't remember what it costs. They're always changing the prices, but it was inexpensive for me to list. And then I got to run this for a week or so. And then, of course I could, it's just very similar to ZipRecruiter or something like that. But what happened is resumes would come in. They would then have a platform that would log on here, and then I would just execute. So I'm going to go through here. I can upgrade for instant approval. So if you have a lot of hiring needs, you do this. I use this onlinejobs.ph if I'm hiring a new person. I don't really use it that often, so I don't need to do it. But if let's say you had a company that was a hiring agency, then it might be worth it to you. Pricing, how it works, you're going to go through here. You have the Pro, of course, it's $69 a month or annually, again. And then you have the premium, $100 a month. I don't think you need that. You have a free variant. The free variant is going to work for most people, right? You get 2 days for job approval. And I was completely happy with this option, right? It was really, really easy. Easy pay is if you want to pay them directly through onlinejobs.ph, whoever your virtual assistants that you select are, you can just pay them through the system. That's great. For me, I elected to pay via a different method, and I have a whole video coming out about how to pay VAs, right? So guys, it is that simple right here. You go to onlinejobs.ph, use the link below in the description, and you're going to get a discount there. And yes, it does go to me. I get something, but it's not very much. So if you are ready to help yourself, rip off the Band-Aid, give it a shot, allocate 1 month worth of funding, and click on the link below and go find your first virtual assistant. I gave you the reasons why I use onlinejobs.ph. Compare and contrast, right? Find out what is best for you. Guys, thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please do one thing for me. Share this with someone that you think would also get value from it. Guys, remember before I go, a bad system will beat a good person every time. We'll see you next time.